welcome to the 2016 World League of Football Lottery Draft. With me, assisting, is the lovely Lauren Matson, the gregarious Grace Bandy, and of course myself, the sub-commissioner. Let's go ahead and take a look at our playoff teams and where they are drafting in this year's lottery draft. The 16th pick in the World League of Football draft belongs to the Chelyabinsk Isotopes, winner of World League of Football Super Bowl 18. Owner Jason Weber hopes to repeat this year, forming a new Russian dynasty with his franchise.
The fuck is this? Your worst nightmare, butthorn!
Weber.
Yeah!
The 15th pick in the 2016 World League of Football Lottery belongs to Bill Gibson and the Kadena Typhoons, the Pacific Rim Division champions. Their appearance in the World League of Football Super Bowl 18 marks their furthest playoff run under Bill. They have their sights on taking the next step and coming out with a Super Bowl 19 victory.
My boat.
Picking at 14 is Brock Edelman and the San Francisco Ship of Mules, winners of this year's America's Division. San Francisco ended the season with the best record in the World League of Football and only fell to an extremely hot Isotopes team. With the rest of the America's Division in the lottery, Brock will be drafting on the opposite end of the draft order, making it a challenge to three-peat as America Division champion.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
The 13th pick stands with John Amin and the Sudan Tsunami. Amin followed up his Super Bowl 17 win with another deep run in the playoffs. Can Sudan duplicate their electric runs of the past two seasons? Or will they pick two tight ends in the first three rounds and have a 4-win season? Stay tuned. Pick number 12 in the WLOF lottery goes to the Dark Knights of Dublin, captained by second-year owner Ted Luck. Ted was the champion of the European Division last season in his first year of WLOF ownership. Ted is hoping his late season fold and early exit from the playoffs can be improved upon this coming season.
I'm Batman.
The 11th pick in the 2016 World League of Football lottery resides with perennial playoff team the Ouagadougou Protesters and Jason Bowen. Bowen's forces charged to a late-season surge that led to yet another Third World Division title. This is Bowen's fourth straight year in the playoffs, and the Protesters, despite an early exit last season, are always dangerous come playoff time. Picking 10th this year is another playoff regular, Mike Norris and his Taliban Freedom Haters. The haters had ample amounts of haterade until they derailed, first with Jeremy Hill's poor play, then with Andrew Luck's kidney. Mike is looking for a bounce-back year and yet another playoff appearance in the World League of Football. What do you think is more appropriate for music to introduce Amy's Pyongyang franchise? James Brown's You're Beautiful or the North Korean national anthem?
Definitely the North Korean national anthem.
Oh yeah, roll it! The 9th pick this year falls to the Pyongyang Ball Deflators, guided by fourth-year owner Amy Bandy. Everyone's favorite communist looked strong to start the season behind Antonio Brown, and made a playoff appearance, making everyone's favorite dictator quite happy.
식별 능력이 대단히 높다고 하시면서 커다란 만족을 표시.
Too bad they were quickly drummed out of the playoffs. Can Amy make it 3 out of 4 seasons in the playoffs compared to 0 out of 4 seasons for her husband? homicidal, fanatical dictators want to know.
The day is mine. I'll take famous chitties for 400.
Titles. Famous titles.
Damn!
Think like that. Poop. Poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
Going 8th in this year's draft will be brand new owner Alex Smith, who is taking the reins from Tim Richards, longtime famous owner of good German beer.
I thought I told you
Tim Richards!
nobody wants you around.
Hey! You're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. Do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
While Richards will be sorely missed, Smith brings new blood to the European division and a new swagger to the drunken Germans. An avid Chicago Bears fan, we will see if Alex can resist the temptation to take too many Chicago players onto his first World League of Football roster. Good luck, Alex, and welcome to the World League of Football. Finally, we come to this season's Toilet Bowl winner. Doug Cottle and the St. Mihiel Tough Hombres came off a Super Bowl 17 appearance with a tough draft, losing Jordy Nelson as their second pick to a season-ending injury before he even saw Week 1. With a whole myriad of suspensions and injuries inflicting his roster, Doug almost made the playoffs, needing a Week 13 win to get in. Alas, it was not to be. But a postseason Toilet Bowl run was to be, so Doug successfully crapped his way to the first pick in this year's World League of Football draft. Congratulations, Doug, on an emotional roller coaster ride of a season. Doug!
Where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Okay, since we know the draft positions of everybody but our 6 lottery finalists, we're going to go ahead and begin the lottery. Lauren, would you bring out the World League of Football official lottery draft container? Beautiful. Okay, originally we were going to have 1 ping pong ball per person, but I was talking with my posse and they told me this.
Here's a number. What's that shit say? Psych! That's the wrong number!
Because of that, we have chosen to use 3 balls based on the opinions of the following people.
Today we will talk about life path number 3. 3 itself is a very emotional number. 3 has a lot of childish qualities, basically. It's the ability to combine the 1 and the 2. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. And 3 also, if you to understand the concept about behind the 3s, like you have 3 wise men. In fairy tales, you always have 3 wishes or 3 questions. We all divide, our life into past, present, and future. And 3, has that, Holy Trinity number. It's the number of enjoying the life. When a person with the life path number 3 gets to present, it's obvious.
I just believe this is the most important number, and because you cannot split 3 in half, you do not need to add up your number any special way if you are a 3. If you're wondering why I said that, watch my 2 video. It's like 20 minutes long. Now, I also hope that you are watching all these videos, because I know the numbers themselves, I am giving away a lot of information about the number.
What is it? 3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
Okay, with that, we're going to begin the lottery. I'm going to have the ladies here put 3 ping pong balls from all 6 of our teams into the official World League of Football container. Grace, if you want to help out, that is extra good. And we will begin the lottery. All right. Grace, if you would, shut the lid, and I want you to shake the container really good. Pick it up and just shake that puppy. You got it. Come on. Give it a little shake. Nicely done. All right. So, here we go for the second pick in the World League of Football draft. Warren, if you would do the honors. The second pick belongs to Tarl Tankersley and the Wellington Cunning Stunts. I'm going to make sure I said that right. Drawing the winning ping pong ball this year is Tarl Tankersley and the Wellington Cunning Stunts. This marks the second year in a row that Tarl will have a chance to draft from the number 2 slot. Jamal Charles was the big-time running back that was injured and derailed a promising start to last season for the Cunning Stunts. This is the 3rd season in the World League of Football for Tarl, and every year he is inched closer to a playoff berth. Will this be the year of the Cunning Stunt? Well, Tarl is off to a good start with his lottery draw. Today is his lucky day.
It looks like this is my lucky day. I'll take the rapists for 200.
That's therapists.
And for the 3rd pick in the World League of Football draft, Lauren, if you would.
Mike Hinson.
Mike Hinson and the Hokkaido Saki Bombers. The 3rd pick in this year's WLOF draft is drawn by Mike Hinson and the Hokkaido Saki Bombers. Hokkaido also had the 3rd pick last year, only to go down with a Marshawn Lynch pick, and a Tony Romo pick, and a Mike Evans pick, and so on. Hinson is excited to get another crack at a top drafting slot, and we'll see if he can avoid injury in 2016 to return the Saki Bombers to their previous status as a playoff regular. Okay, and for the 4th draft position in the World League of Football draft, we have Dave Matheson and the Kiwashawee Killers. Picking 4th, according to the ping pong balls, is Dave Matheson and the Kiwashawee Killers. This means the 2, 3, and 4 picks in the draft are identical to the same teams that drafted there last season. In keeping with the early round theme of having your first-round running back pick destroy your season, Dave tapped Le'Veon Bell as his guy, only to have that not really work out. Drafting early last year was the death to your playoff chances for everyone but the psychic one, Weber. Dave is going to be drafting from that interesting spot where he can go with a top wideout, a top quarterback, a top running back, or Gronkowski. There should be a nice selection of players to choose from, so let's see if Dave can pick a winner this year. Okay, and Dave will be drafting 4, so for the 5th pick in the World League of Football lottery draft, Lindsay. And the Orinoco River Leeches. Picking from the 5th slot is another owner who fell victim to the underperforming running back syndrome of 2015. Lindsey Cruson and the Orinoco River Leeches had the 1st pick last season and suffered the Packer curse with a pick of Eddie Lacy. This season is a chance at redemption for Lindsay, as she will attempt to pull a better first-round selection and bring the River Leeches to the playoff promised land. Okay, Lindsay's drafting 5, so for the 6th pick in the World League of Football 2016 draft. Oh, come on. Blake Edelman and the Nairobi Pride.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Getting the 6th pick in this year's WLOF draft is Blake Edelman and the Nairobi Pride. Blake was coming off a playoff season in 2014, only to be yet another victim of running backitis. Blake took Matt Forte in round 1, Alshon Jeffrey in round 2, and Andre Johnson in round 3 to run the trifecta of injured or underperforming key players, assuring him of a lottery appearance this season. Plenty of talent will be available at the 6th slot, so hopefully better fortune is around the corner for the Pride. That leaves one team. Go ahead and draw the team for the 7th pick in the World League of Football draft.
Micah! Woo-hoo!
Yeah, that's great.
That sucks.
Micah!
You're a stupid dumbass.
Enjoying the fruits of drawing the last ping pong ball, Micah Bandy and the Springfield Blagojeviches are coming off a truly abysmal season whose 0-8 start killed hope before it ever could begin. With the 7th pick in the World League of Football draft, Micah still will have a myriad of choices to hopefully make a better drafting decision than Andrew effing Luck. Luck was petitioned to legally change his name to Andrew Sock, but he has yet to honor the sacred binding principles of a signed petition. Micah has now endured 3 straight losing seasons with no playoffs, and the fans in Springfield are starting to grumble. While losing the lottery this year, there are still plenty of options that should fall to Micah, with the choices of players like Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Gronkowski, Ezekiel Elliott, Adrian Peterson, Aaron Rodgers, or even Cam Newton, all as viable first-round choices. Someone is going to be there for the Blagojeviches to select. Will Micah screw up another first-round pick yet again? We shall see.
Dumbass!
See, there was even Illini logos on those balls, and they still went last. And no jokes from the league on that. Okay, that completes the 2016 World League of Football draft order. Thank you for joining our lottery footage. Thank you to Lord and Grace. And good luck to everyone this season. Bye for now.
This must never be seen by anyone.
If you didn't like all those close-ups, we can. No, this is not the final cut. There's no doubt we can.
All copies. Destroy them.